Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be talking about how Evelyn was born. Say hi. Oh, yeah. You want to talk? So Tuesday night, I'm getting ready to go to bed. And then I remember waking up around like 12. And I was just like, I couldn't sleep. Like any position that I would go, I felt so uncomfortable. I remember like texting my mom, and I think like by then it was like 1 a.m. and she's like, oh, it's just the baby. She's like, you'll be fine. She's like, just drink a glass of cold water and like lay back down. It was like maybe like 2 o'clock, and I started feeling like sick again. And then I went to the bathroom and I just started throwing up. And I woke my husband up and I was like, babe, I need help. And I was telling him, I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I just got sick. And then he's telling me, okay, like, just come lay back down. And I was like, no, I just keep feeling sick. And so then I was so scared, like, for the baby that I was just like, call my mom. So he's like, okay. So he's like half asleep calling my mom. And my mom's like, call the advice nurse. You know, like, don't know what to do. So my husband calls the advice nurse. Pretty much the advice nurse was just like, you know, just go to the hospital. She's like, you know, go to triage. They'll take care of you there. So we go to the hospital, and it's a little before 3 a.m. And they take me into triage, and the nurse is all like, oh, like, how far have your contractions been? And I was like, oh, I've been timing them. I was like, they've been like 10 to 7 minutes apart. And she's like, oh, she's like, well, that's funny. She's like, because on here they're showing 2 to 3 minutes. And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna come back and check on you in a little bit. And I was like, okay. That little bit went by so fast. My water ended up breaking like within 10 minutes that I was in triage. And so he goes and gets the nurse, and she's like, okay. She's like, you know, let me check. And so I was like, okay. And I'm like apologizing. I was like, I'm so sorry, because I felt so embarrassed. I thought like I peed myself. And so she's like, it's okay. She's like, you don't have to be sorry. And yeah, so she checks, and she's like, yeah, sure enough. She's like, it's your water bag. She's like, it just broke. She's like, I'm gonna see how far dilated you are right now. And I was like, okay. She checks me, and I'm 9 centimeters dilated. I looked at my husband, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, what? I was like, 1 more centimeter and I'm about to give birth. I was like, call my mom and dad, call my sister. I was like, they need to get here fast. They take me like right when they find out that I was like 9 centimeters, they take me on the gurney. They take me to like my own room, because like I'm ready to give birth. And like now, like the contractions, like they were coming, and they were coming hard. And they asked me if I wanted epidural, and I was like, yes, like give it to me. And so so I took it, and it slowed down the contractions, but I still felt them. They gave me the epidural, and I was just like waiting like until my sister got there, because I didn't want to start like giving birth until my sister was there. Like, I'm ready to push, like, go get the nurse, go get the doctor. And then the nurse comes, and she's like, oh, the doctor's still delivering like another baby, so you're gonna have to wait. She's like, but we can try like to see how you are at pushing. So I was like, okay. And so, you know, I'm in the position like ready to push and stuff. And then the nurse just like stops me. She's like, okay, turn on your side. Like, that's it. And my mom's like, why are you turning her on her side? And then the nurse is like, oh, because we're going to wait for the doctor. The doctor finally comes, and I push. And I pushed for maybe like less than 25 minutes. And Evelyn came. It was like super fast. Everything happened so fast. I remember like the doctor saying like, oh, do you want to see your placenta? Do you want to touch it? And I was just like, no. I just wanted my baby. And so I remember like they gave me Evelyn, and they were like, oh, you have to do skin to skin. So we did that. I was just so happy. Like, I'm so happy she's here. Like, I can't even imagine my life like without her. Like, she's everything, and she's so cute, and I love her so much. And she's just such a blessing. Like, and the birth experience too was such an awesome experience. When I had to push, I never knew like I just thought like I hold, and then release. And so like when they're like, okay, like go ahead and push, I was holding it and then I just let go. And they're like, no, 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 like you have to push all the way until we get to 10. So they would literally like count 1 through 10, and that's how long I would have to hold the push for. And then they would be like, okay, stop. And then they would do it like again. And so once I got the hang of like how to push, then it was like, okay, like she's coming out, like we see her. I remember like telling them I can't do it, and then they're like, yes you can. And then I was like, okay, I can do it. But my sister was all like, it's just like the ring of fire. She's like, you'll be okay, like once you do that, everything will be fine. And I was like, okay. And I remember just like telling myself like, I can do this. And I did that one push and she just came out, and it was just amazing. But I really have to thank like my sisters and my mom for like being so good to me like while I was pregnant, because without them I don't know if I like could have did it or if it would have went this smooth like it did. They really did help out a lot. They gave me so much good advice. They were so helpful. They prepared me for everything. Like I knew what to expect because of them. And I just like, I thank them a lot like for helping me out and everything. With having like good women like encourage you and being so positive about like a pregnancy, like it will go smooth, like it will be good for you. And that's exactly what happened with Evelyn. And I thank like my sisters and my mom for that. If you guys want to know anything else like postpartum, anything like that, just let me know and I'll make a video for that too. Just let me know what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, little thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.